Hi, I'm Franco Luna PumaPodcast. You're listening to Teka Teka News, balitang thinking, hindi breaking. In this episode,
these Chinese mafias are making the Philippines an incubator of scammers. My dear colleagues, I hope and know you are one with me in saying that we are not and will never be known as a nation of scammers.
we talk about the senator's expose of a Chinese syndicate's cryptocurrency scam, one that primarily recruits overseas Filipinos to do their bidding.
If we don't plug this hole, more and more of our kababayan will be duped and more people all over the world will be scammed. This issue involves investment scams and human trafficking in multiple dimensions: labor trafficking, technology-facilitated trafficking, and even sexual trafficking.
That's Senator Risa Hontiveros giving a privilege speech to the Senate plenary session on November 21. It started with regular Filipinos looking for better work opportunities abroad, she said. The unsuspecting OFWs found those opportunities in Myanmar, where startups were looking for call center agents, customer service representatives, and data encoders. But when they got there, they were kidnapped and forced into shady work. Hontiveros disclosed a photo and document from an OFW who reached out to her, and what she found was chilling. Here's how the operation works.
So yung trabaho po namin doon, gagawa po kami ng mga fake account. Yung fake accounts po yun sa marami pong platform. Facebook, LinkedIn, Tinder, marami pong dating apps.
That's Rita, one of the survivors of the human trafficking operation who got in touch with the senator's office. She asked for her name to be changed out of fear for her safety. It starts with moving the conversation to Telegram or WhatsApp. This ensures the communication lasts longer, Rita says. From there, they're made to form romantic or sexual relationships with the customers.
Bali, ang pinakatrabaho po namin is chat. China-chat po namin sila. So kami po yung nakikipag-communicate, kukunin namin yung loob nila, kailangan magtiwala sila sa amin. Pagkatapos po nun, pag feeling namin, nagtitiwala na sila sa amin, yayayain na po namin silang mag-invest sa cryptocurrency.
The trafficked OFWs then convince their customers to download cryptocurrency apps.
Pumapasok na po yung illegal o yung hindi tama na pinapasok ng mga biktima po namin is yung link na nanggagaling po sa mga Chinese. Ipapakilala po namin yun as trading platform kung saan yung pera po nila sa crypto.com or sa Coinbase or sa Kraken, ililipat po nila doon para itaya. So pag nalipat na po nila yun doon, ayun pong link na yun ay kontrolado na po ng mga Chinese.
12 OFWs just like Rita were recently rescued by the Department of Migrant Workers. But Hontiveros says there's no telling how many more remain. Rita's group was assigned to scam customers from Canada and the United States, but others were assigned to the United Kingdom and Germany. And they were surprised to see how coordinated and convincing the scam was.
Ang gagawin po namin, gagawa po kami ng account, meron po kaming model. Yung model po is tunay na tao. Bali katrabaho po namin siya para po ang ginagamit naming picture, mga larawan niya, mga video, siya po. Tapos po pag tumatawag yung magiging friends or connection namin, pag gustong makausap, nandiyan po siya para kausapin through video call or gusto ng voice call, nandiyan po siya para gawin yon.
She sent over a package of resource materials from their Chinese handlers, meticulously detailing how to scam foreigners for their money. It was exactly like a call center operation. They have flows, spiels, a list of topics to bring up, and even scripted answers to questions they might be asked. One guidebook reads,
Know what time he goes to bed. You need to know if he is asleep when you chat, and arrange the time in advance when you open an account and recharge later. Most people spend the night in emptiness and loneliness, and you accompany him at this time. Just give him enough love. Night is the best time to touch people's hearts. Purpose: to make him like you, trust you, depend on you, and want to get you right away.
A doc file labeled Matters Needing Attention also reminds the scammers to package their characters as Asian women and workplace elites over 32 years old. They're also told to emphasize their rich workplace experience and managerial positions.
May mga linyang nakahanda tulad ng mga sumusunod mula sa chat topic document. I am a New Yorker in the United States. I am motivated to travel. I listen to less pop music except for Taylor Allison Swift. I like playing basketball and I am a fan of the Lakers. But since Kobe left, I have not dared to watch the Lakers game again. After dinner, I usually watch the news and research cryptocurrencies.
We're pausing for a quick break now. When we return, more on the syndicate's recruitment of Filipinos. Senator Risa Hontiveros' office also found that those who weren't able to rope foreigners into the scam were made to do squats, carry buckets of water, or were beaten with electric batons. Some were allegedly stoned or stabbed to death. Hontiveros also says the syndicate is still very much expanding. And just like any BPO, they want Filipino workers for their language skills. Rita, the victim, says her handlers were grooming her to recruit other Filipinos into their operation. Their job ads have also been shared to Facebook groups based in Thailand and the Middle East. I saw some of them. What's worse, Hontiveros says she found links between one of the scam companies called the Yatay New City, owned by Yatay International Holdings Group, to the players behind Pharmaly Pharmaceutical Corp.
A company named Yatay International Corporation is associated with Lincoln Ong. Pareho lang kaya ang Yatay International Corporation and Yatay International Holdings Group? Para kaya itong yung Pharmaly International Holdings, Pharmaly Biological Company, at Pharmaly Pharmaceutical Company? These links must be brought to light and further investigated.
Yes, that's the same Pharmaly that the Senate Blue Ribbon investigated over dubious pandemic deals with the government. Lincoln Ong was a Pharmaly director, but he, through his lawyer, has denied all allegations linking him to this new scam. Still, many awkward questions are at the root of this one. How did the OFWs get a work visa to begin with? Who stamps their immigration papers? Who is giving the go signal to let Filipinos enter Myanmar when it's a conflict zone and therefore highly restricted? Here's Hontiveros again.
This modus has two sets of victims, the trafficked and the scammed. Additionally, the heavy impact on the victim's mental health, not just of the scamming, but also of having to sustain sexual and romantic relationships online. And who gave the green light that allowed such procedure to thrive? Palala po ng palala ang mga storya ng human trafficking ng ating tinatalakay taon-taon. The welfare of our people and our national identity are at stake. Let me reiterate, Filipinos are not and will never be known as a nation of scammers.
And that was today's episode of Teka Teka. Again, I'm Franco Luna. This episode was edited by Presh Capistrano and produced by Kat Ventura. If you like this episode, share it with a friend or two. And of course, don't forget to follow Teka Teka and PumaPodcast wherever you listen. We're excited to build our community with you, and it looks like we'll be able to meet for events real soon. So if you want to stay in the loop, please go to PumaPodcast.com and subscribe to our newsletter. Thanks for listening.